Students that are doing the Instagram post mock-up, and I want to discuss a couple things before you begin. One is that hopefully you did your group check-in and you should have all of your ping files placed in your final files. The one that everyone needs access to is this username, because that's going to be used across all three parts of this project. And then yours should be here, as well as the other two students. So make sure that gets done before you begin. Now, when you work with a mock-up, you are working from something that somebody has already created, and they have placed things in a certain way to allow you to edit. So you have to figure out what you can edit and what you can't. And when I was choosing this mock-up, I wanted you to have the ability to not only change the text in the picture, but also the background. So I'm going to walk you through each of those steps today. Photoshop has gotten really nice about helping you identify where things are in a layer. So if I hover over this image, it shows me in my layers panel that is what I need. That layer is what I need to edit. You can also click on something and it will bounce right into that layer. So I'm going to go ahead and change this now by coming over here and double clicking. I'm going to update, and then I'm just going to simply turn off these two text layers. The texture does not bother me because I'm going to go ahead and cover that up anyway. And I'm just going to simply come over here to my final files, grab my Instagram post that I designed, and take it past the edge. You don't want some awkward purple border. Okay, and then Command S. So if we're going back to the original mock-up, here we go. You now see your design placed inside. All right, now we need to worry about editing the username icon as well as the name. So I'm going to click on this circle and realize that it's going to be done here. So I'm going to right click, update. I'm not going to turn anything off, but I do need to add my picture here, or my file. So I'm going to click on it and notice that it's in the avatar layer. I'm going to double click and then simply take that username icon that you worked so hard at creating and place it down. Perfect. You're going to go ahead with Command S to save, and instead of going back to the original mock-up, we're going to go back to here because we still have things to edit inside. We're going to double click on the username and type it. Don't change the font, keep it the size that it is, but you need to move it down slightly because we're not going to add our location to this. And when you get the pink line, what that's telling you is that it's lined up and centered with your icon. I'm going to double click on this and copy it, Command C, and then come down here and highlight just the username and paste, Command V. I'll delete this. I'm going to leave the links down below just because it looks nice and professional that way. And we're ready to save this, Command S. All right. Now at this point you have one more thing you can edit, and I want you to come up with something as a group for this. And you might want to write down the color that you choose for the background. The background right now is actually placed in this layer called Change Color, and that's because the creator of this mockup is telling you that you are allowed to change the color. So we're going to double click on this, and you might, before you start this, decide as a group which of these colors you're going to change it to. You are stuck with the gradient, but you do have categories of colors to choose from. So for me, I'm going to do this second row, fourth one from the right as my color. And sometimes if you hover over these, it will actually tell you which colors they are, which makes it nice. Mine's not doing that right now. It would be nice if it would show a little tab of what color. So you're gonna probably just count which boxes you are on, or the box you are on. Oh, there it is. And share that idea with everybody else so everybody's using that same exact gradient. Click OK. And then we're ready to save this. So I'm going to save it as a Photoshop file to always have my original, making sure to add my last name to the front of this. If I don't, it will override the original, which is not what we want. Click OK, and then we're going to export this as a ping. These files are going to end up going into your Creative Cloud library, which is going to be another assignment. But if you want to do that now, that's a good idea just to have it. And you are officially done.